you want to survive. It doesn't work like that. You can just leave it empty. Student life in Beppu, Japan. What do I do after I arrive in APU? I also didn't know. Since it was orientation week, I figured that there would be people guiding us, and that was exactly what happened. So you don't need to worry, there will be people who are in charge of guiding you through your first week, helping you create a residence card, create a bank account. There will be people helping you, so you don't need to worry about that at all. Also, you will not be alone there. There will be hundreds of other people, hundreds of first-year students who just got there just like you did, who are as confused as you. So you don't need to worry, you'll be figuring out together with other people. Is it hard to make friends, both international and Japanese? I wouldn't say that it's hard, especially in your first semester where you and other people are both desperate to connect with others, to make friends, to belong in a community. So it's not going to be hard. And I'm saying that mainly for international friends, honestly. For Japanese friends, you might need to make more effort, especially for fall semesters. There will not be a lot of new Japanese students because most Japanese students enroll in the spring semester. So there might not be a lot of chance where you get to meet Japanese students, but there will always be student clubs and events like multicultural weeks. Are you familiar with multicultural week? So if I can summarize my answer, it's not hard, especially in your first semester and especially with international students. For Japanese students, it might be harder. It's not hard, but it might be harder because there are not a lot of them during the fall semester. But don't worry, if you involve yourself in events on campus, you will be able to meet them and become friends with them. Are the classes difficult? How are the professors there? As I mentioned in my previous answers, this would depend on your major. My major is IR and Peace Studies, so I did find my classes quite challenging. If you also want to take International Relations and Peace Studies in APU, I would suggest that you take the classes with people that you know so that you can help each other along the way. And I'm not talking about cheating on tests or quizzes. I'm talking about how you can help each other understand theories, help each other catch up with lectures. You know, a lot of IR courses, they require you to write essays instead of to take an exam. So with final exams, you can always help each other. That's why I think it's important to have at least one person to take the class with you. The professors, for me personally in the IR faculty, I met a lot of good professors, a lot of good lecturers. A lot of them are very knowledgeable, and I feel like I was able to learn a lot from them. The 3 professors that I would recommend for IR: Professor Rothman, his focus is on diplomacy and strategic decision making. Professor Hirano, his focus is on international law. Professor Emilia, her focus is on reconciliation and peace. Those 3 I love. I love these 3 professors, and if you have similar interests with me, then I suggest you take a lot of courses that are taught by these 3 professors. For other majors, if you are in the business major, marketing, economics, I can't really say much because I haven't experienced it, but a lot of my friends, I've seen them struggle with the courses. But I can't say a lot about the professors because I don't think I remember anything. What student clubs can I join? This is actually a good question, and I think it's good that you want to prepare for this. And before answering this question, again, I would like you to take some time and reflect. Think about what you like to do and think about what kind of community you want to be in. For example, I like dancing, so I joined 2 dancing student clubs, and I also wanted to make friends, more Japanese friends than international, because I found it easier to make international friends than Japanese. I wanted to be inside the Japanese community, so I joined a student organization that functioned mainly in Japanese. Reflect on your hobbies, reflect on what you want to achieve, think about the kind of people that you want to surround yourself with, and then choose the appropriate student clubs. Whatever your hobbies are, whatever you want to achieve, I can assure you that there is a student club for you, because Let me tell you this. Say you like skincare and makeup, there is a student club for skincare and makeup. I don't remember what the name is, but there is one. So that's how unique APU is. Can I work part-time? Yes, but there is always a limit, like how many hours per week. I'm not sure how many. You should definitely check your passport, or you can ask the student office to make sure. If you work over your limit, you will definitely get into trouble. So even though you can work part-time, make sure to prioritize your studies, follow the rules, because you are there under the student visa and you can get kicked out anytime. Where can I go to have fun? I've received this kind of question a lot. So if you don't know, Beppu is a countryside. So if you're thinking that you will be going to a huge city like Tokyo or Osaka or maybe even Kyoto, a smaller one, it's not like that. It's very, very small. What I like to say about Beppu is that people make Beppu. You will feel at home at Beppu, and that's because of the people around you. It's because of the community that you're in. To give you a little image of what Beppu is like, if you walk around the city, the people that you will see are people from APU, whether it be students, exchange students, professors, or even parents of APU students. So everyone is basically related to APU. Other than that, it's mostly old people. Old as in over 60. So now you can imagine what kind of city Beppu is. It is a very quiet city, but I personally feel like it is very homey. And I know that a lot of you are scared that it might get boring. But again, people make Beppu. You will not get bored if you surround yourself with the right people and try to hang out with them every week, every weekend, so that you're not bored. And Beppu is beautiful. We have beaches. You can always play in the beaches, especially in the summer. Always good to have the wind on your face. I know a lot of students like to picnic, like to go there when they are stressed, like to go there at night to drink. And we also have mountains around us. The mountains are probably not in Beppu City per se, but they are very near to Beppu City, and I know a lot of my friends who like to go hiking. So if that's your thing. And we also have a beautiful city park, Beppu Park. People like to go there during spring because it's so beautiful. People go there to see the cherry blossoms and to have picnic with their friends. Good for a quality time. To summarize, people make Beppu. Surround yourself with good people. Nature is beautiful. Beach, mountain, parks. And if you want to see something new, around 20 minutes away from Beppu is a city called Oita. It's a bigger city and you can definitely see more modern stuff in Oita. They have shopping malls, they have game centers. It's definitely more lively than Beppu. So don't worry, you will not feel bored in Beppu. Is Beppu a safe city? As we know, I'm sure you know, Japan as a country is considered a safe country. So I don't think you need to worry about your safety. You know that if you're in a cafe and you want to leave your belongings on the table, you can always do that. Or if you accidentally drop your wallet somewhere and you can't find it, don't worry, it will come back to you in like a week or a month. It will probably take some time, but it will come back to you, surprisingly, amazingly. And it is safe to walk at night. As a woman, I do feel safe walking around at night, but I will remind you that you can never be too careful. Even in a safe country like Japan, there will always be people with bad intentions. Always update your friends about your whereabouts so that they know where you are. And if you can walk home with friends, do that instead of walking alone. I have heard stories from 2-3 people, women, who were stalked by men. So even though it is safe, there are people out there who are just insane. So you can never be too careful. We are almost at the end of the video. We're going into the third category. I only have one question for this category. Post-graduation. Is it hard to find a job after APU? This answer might not satisfy you because my answer is that this definitely depends on your quality as a person and as a professional. I know people who got a job after only a month of job hunting. I know people who struggle to find a job even months after graduation. So it is different for everyone. But timeline wise, if you want to work in Japan, you usually have to apply a year before. My batch graduated on September 2023, so a lot of my friends, they started their job hunting journey from September 2022 or even longer before that. Because if I'm not mistaken, Japanese companies like to hire you 6 months, 7 months before your actual first day. And I can't directly tell you my experience because I didn't necessarily do job hunting. But if you want to know about the companies that hire APU students, a lot of good companies look for APU students because of our international quality. But again, I say this again and again, it depends on you, your characteristic, your personality, what you have achieved. And you have to ensure that you have time between your desired starting date and your application, because you also have to set some time for failure. But that's 4 years later. You don't need to worry about that now. It's okay, you can think about that later. Those are all the questions that I have answered everything. I'm not sure I answered the questions well. I feel like I may have rushed through some of them. You can always leave any additional comment that you might have in the comment and I will answer them. Or if you're not comfortable with leaving a comment that is very public, you can always follow me on Instagram. If you are still considering whether or not you should apply to APU, I encourage you to apply because going to APU has been one of the best decisions that I have made in my life, and I want other people to feel that as well. And if you are currently in the process of writing your application, I wish you luck. You can always send me a message if you're confused about something. If you have been accepted, congratulations. I hope you are proud of yourself. I welcome you to the APU community. I hope to see you in another video. Maybe I will talk about my life in Bangkok. In the meantime, take care of yourself and see you in my next video. Bye!